guys, and welcome to the first official ever video of my my young mum series. Today we're going to be covering how to tell your parents. So I personally told my mum, immediately I got that line, I threw it at her. I found her and I threw the test at her. I'm like, Mum, and then I cut open a bowl. I was freaking out. But I understand that you may not want to tell your mum straight away, especially if you're scared that they might kick you out. But you definitely need to tell them sooner rather than later, especially depending on your age. Obviously, if you're over the age of, I'd say, if you're not living at home, I would definitely be, maybe you can wait, but this is for people who are living at home. So this is probably 18 and under, when you're still living at home. And the best thing to do is you're going to need to tell your parents, because you got to have them to drive you to your appointments and all that sort of stuff. So the best, if you're scared, maybe wait until, if they're angry that day that you want to tell them, don't tell them that day, wait till they're calm. Sit them down nice and quietly on the couch or at the dinner table, maybe not the dinner table when you're actually eating, but at a table or whatever, wherever you feel comfortable. And if you're scared to do it alone, maybe you can get the father of your baby to come along with you. You could tell your school nurse originally or your school counsellor, or not your school nurse, but your actual school counsellor. You could talk to her and she'd give you some tips on how to talk to your parents, and she may be able to call them into school one day and sit down with you there as a support person. So don't feel like you can't have a support person with you when you tell them. So just sit them down nice and quietly and don't beat around the bush. I know it can be quite nerve-wracking. Just come out and say, Mum, Dad, or Mum, whoever's your legal guardian, I'm pregnant. Just come straight out about it. Don't beat around the bush. They're gonna probably be a bit angry at the beginning. They may, depending on your parent, especially if they got anger issues, they may scream at you. But definitely don't take anything they say personally when you first tell them. Okay, so they're gonna be freaking out that their daughter is pregnant, or that their son got a girl pregnant. But we're more focusing on the females in this situation, and they're gonna be upset most likely anyway, especially if they don't know you were sexually active, and some might just be straight away accept you, some might be like, oh my god, this is the worst thing you could have done, what were you thinking? Let them calm down. If you can, just walk away, and if you want to sit there, just say you're sorry or whatnot, depending if you are sorry, but you want to make them feel the best in the situation, and just let them freak out, and then when they come down, they can be more reasonable. When they're first getting told, especially if they're like, what the hell are we going to do? Yeah. If you're not, you can tell them if you want an abortion, definitely you can tell them, I was just wanting to tell you because I'm wanting to either have an abortion or I want to adopt it out. And if you want to keep that baby, you keep that open too and say, yes, I want to keep this child. If you're not sure at that time, just don't say anything if you're not sure if you want to keep the child or not. They may ask and you might say, I don't know yet, I need to really consider what is going to be best for me and what's best for the baby. Just be really civilized. By having sex and getting pregnant, you have to really be grown up in this situation. You can't act childish in this situation whatsoever. It's just, that's not anything you should be doing, especially if you act like a child when doing it. They're not going to be really as supportive as if you weren't acting as a child. So definitely act like someone who actually knows the consequences of this. And they may say, you do know what you've done can cause financial issues or whatnot. I don't know what they're going to say. Every parent reacts differently. And you just need to be really open about them. Answer their questions as best as possible. Can you see my ring light? I'm wondering if you can actually see. Yeah, you could. Oops. You just want to be really civilized in this situation, because it can be extremely hard on both you and them. They just found out their kid's pregnant. You just had to tell your parent that you're pregnant, and it's a really emotional time. Take time to yourselves, Let them calm down, you go into your room and do whatever. And if you've got the school nurse, like the school, why do I keep saying nurse? The school, like, counsellor there, she may be able to guide you through what to say. And if your friend's there who has a child, or your like grandparent, especially if your grandparents are more open to it, like they're more supportive of your decisions than your parents, maybe you tell your grandparents first and they help you tell, or your sister or whatever, and they can actually help you through this. Like, if you don't want to do it alone, then definitely don't do it alone. Have a support person with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!